guys, welcome back to We Watch Movie. I'm Mike.
I'm Jay.
And this is the top 10 Friday the 13th Jason Voorhees kills of all time.
Morphin' time.
We wrote it in the books of life.
You ready?
I fear victory.
Dragon sword.
So, now, we are going to set some parameters here on this Friday the 13th. Are you guys enjoying your Friday the 13th? Please stay safe out there in the streets. We know it's a dangerous day for everybody, especially if Jason Voorhees is on the loose. Thank God he's not, because he's in the middle of a legal battle, but that could be in any second, so you got to watch your P's and Q's, you we just did a reaction video to every single one of Jason's kills. Now, in the video, they didn't have the original movie's kills, but we went back and watched those as well. This is our top 10 Jason kills of all time. Now, we have some parameters. The kill has to be by Jason Voorhees. We're going to start from 10 and go all the way down to number 1, but we will have some honorable mentions, because I'm going to be honest with you, dude, I think Jason Voorhees has better kills than Michael Myers does overall. There's just so many, man.
Listen, it's not the quantity, it's the quality, bitch.
Shit.
Michael,
The quality's better too.
No, it's not.
It is.
Michael decorates his shit.
He does. He's a better interior.
He's a very. But anyway, either way, we're not here to discuss semantics. We're here to talk about the fucking kills that Jason does with his harpoon in your butt.
Did you just say Mandix?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, cool.
Let's talk about that.
That's my favorite.
Hey, that's our sponsor for this evening.
Mandix.
Mandix at Pornhub.com.
Mandix. Dicks of men.
Hey, look, there's hot young.
Most of them are, but they're the best.
There's hot young milfs in your area that want to fuck tonight.
Why watch when you could partake?
Yeah.
Okay, number 10, and again, we'll get to our. We have a lot of honorable mentions because there's so many good kills in this
really
franchise.
good ones.
But our number 10 is going to be Jared Leto's death in Jason Part 4, the final chapter. In the shower, man. He's in the shower and he just gets it. He's in the shower. We don't know if he's going to use conditioner or jerk off or not, but
I want to know.
Jason puts that hand in there, man. And not only does he kill him, he grabs his face and he fucking squishes it. Like fucking Macho Man. He squishes it.
Can you imagine? You're just done scrubbing your balls and your pubes are smelling fresh to death.
I'm feeling.
And then a hand comes through the fucking wall and squishes your fucking face so hard against the tile in the shower that it pops like a grape. Like, and not to mention the fact that you know his hands smell like poop and fucking pee, and it's like right here, and it's pushing your face into the wall.
Take the lake, bitch.
You know what I do?
What?
I go. I look at
You're gonna stop and tickle, and then you can escape.
Yeah, dude. The last fucking death thing I would do, like, because you're fucked, you're caught, right? The last thing you do is lick his fucking palm. Like, he's got his hand like this in your head, and you go, because you know he's not expecting. He's not expecting.
You rip your tongue out, dude.
Listen, Jason just comes through a wall, right? As far as he knows, if he feels something wet and squishy on his palm, he might think he got into a glory hole. He might be in your butthole, and he'd be like, "Oh!" Like,
as a last ditch effort, yeah.
Like,
I agree with you. But that's our number 2. And we know it's not Jared Leto. He just looks like him.
Yeah.
Our number 9 is from Friday the 13th Part 5. It's Eye Belt.
It's brutal. It's brutalness.
In most of our list, our favorite kills come from the brutality of them, and this might be the most painful of all of them.
God.
This is right after, again, I'll put out an honorable mention right now. Big Titty Texas is laying there, and like he gives her the shears, and then right afterwards, the dude that was fucking her, he puts him up against that tree, gets behind him with the belt, puts the stick in the belt, and then turns it slowly over his eyeballs until he squishes his eyeballs with leather from the boot store. Maybe the most excruciating, painful death of any horror movie of all time.
You know what?
Maybe.
That for some reason, it's very brutal and it's very nasty, right? When you're watching that. But, you know, you also... The guy just got done fucking, so at least he's going out on a high note.
That's true.
So that's one. But two, it reminds me of...
I don't think he finished, though. Did he finish?
Well, he better have. Well, no, he definitely finished. She didn't finish. There's no way. Like,
pee or something.
Look, guys usually just flop around on top of girls and like dead fish. They don't usually get the girls off. But either way, it reminded me of something from Hellraiser. Like, just the way his eyes look and the belt going into his fucking eyeballs.
Slow, excruciating.
And you know...
And he did it till the belt popped, dude.
Look,
that shit popped.
Old Roy was pissed. I know. Okay, technically it wasn't Jason Voorhees.
That's a good point.
It was Roy. We should almost fucking.
We're fucking hypocrites.
I know. He wore the goddamn mask.
Yeah.
So
to our eyes, he was Jason.
Yeah, in that movie, and no one knew the difference, bitch. When that movie came out, look, hot tamales. Okay, when he had enchiladas.
You know, don't ruin this video with man dicks.
It's
semantics.
a brutal kill.
Yeah.
And whoever the guy was wearing a Jason mask fucking did it. So we're gonna leave it in.
Honestly, and I want to throw in an honorable mention right here because
you said Big Titty Texas.
Big Titty Texas, but I want to throw in another honorable mention right here. Freddy vs. Jason. This one came so we struggled not to put this in the list, but the best kill from Freddy vs. Jason.
Hey, look, every vote counts. We can't call anything right now.
Don't you get me going, but
I'm kidding.
No, the Freddy vs. Jason, the bed kill when Jason stabs him with the machete.
That was brutal too.
And then the bed pops up and the dude's body just cracks in half. That was a great kill and it came so close to making the list.
Yeah, and that particular kill, like it was so bad and so violent. Jason was like, it was like he was drunk and he had just caught this motherfucker in bed with his mom. He stabbed him so hard that his fucking, whatever it was, his guts or his heart said fuck it and came outside his chest.
And dude, he was a true bro in that moment because he never fucking spilled his beer.
Hey man,
he sat there and fucking, he was taking that machete but he didn't drop that fucking beer.
That guy can be on my beer pong team anytime.
He's a great beer pong player, for sure. Number 8 though. We're going to tie some shit together. Again, there's so many great kills, but we got to tie them together. It's Sleeping Bag. It's Sleeping Bag kill. The Sleeping Bag kill from, I believe it was part 7, the original Sleeping Bag kill
hotter, man.
against the fucking tree. And then also, as sort of an honorable mention, but also tying it in, the
homage.
The homage. In Jason X when he doubles it up and he literally hits a chick in a sleeping bag with the chick in a sleeping bag. One of the most iconic kills. Genius to think about that. She looked like a fucking Tootsie Roll Pop just fucking banging against the wall.
Yeah, that's what happens when, look, that's when you get like a frozen, like when you put your candy bar in the fucking refrigerator and then you pull it out and it's fucking frozen. You just start hitting that motherfucker until it actually like, hey, it's like, hey, maybe I can get into it.
Yeah, dude. Or you get a bag of ice and you need to put it in your cooler and then you have to break it apart. But when you do it, you feel like Bane breaking Batman's back. Like, ah! And then you slam it in the street, but it's a human being inside it.
That's a better analogy, what you just said. It's like when you go to the convenience store and you get a bag of ice and it's frozen in that one chunk.
I'm better at anal.
Yeah, you are.
What?
But I think that was Kane Hodder's favorite kill that he ever did. At least he said that that's what fans remember him the most for.
Yeah, it's a great kill, man.
And it was so good. It was so iconic for them that they gave the homage in Jason X. So.
Yeah, it was a great kill, man. And honestly, like, people might get mad, like, this kill is better, this kill is better. They're all so good. This is just our personal... We're not saying they're the best. We're just saying they're our personal preferences.
It's our opinion, man.
Stop angry typing in all caps, Jim Joe. But
they're gonna caps it, and they're like, you motherfuckers are the worst goddamn reviewers I've ever seen.
You are the ones who are all liquors.
By the way... React to dab on my knife. React to dab on my knife.
Number 7, the classic eye pop 3D scene from I almost said Halloween, from Friday the 13th Part 3D. He grabs it and he squeezes it and he squeezes it and he squeezes it until the eye fucking pops out and then it comes at the screen. That was cool. And even though it looks fake as shit, it's one of the most fake looking kills ever. It's so clearly a fucking FX doll or whatever it was, but it's still such a cool ass
scene. It's brutal. It's still brutal. I mean, it's like with that teacher that tells you to look what the mistakes you made, and she's like, look at it, and you're like, I can't. She's like, fucking look. But no, man. As far as brutality goes, that was up there, and I can only imagine being in the theaters wearing those little shitty 3D glasses that we have as our icon because we're cheap. But imagine being in the theater and like having like you'd be like, God damn, their fucking eyeball popped out right when you popped the milk dud in your mouth.
Yeah, we've seen people squish people's fucking heads in horror movies before, but you saw that eye pop out and it fucking popped out.
I respect it for the brutality of it, and also respect it for the ingenuity of that particular scene.
Yeah.
So
here's one that's gonna piss people off. I feel like number 6, coming in above all those other great kills, is one of the opening scene kills from Friday the 13th, the reboot. The sleeping bag scene, once again,
so
but it was it was a fucking, like, when you roast like a pork, like, you know, like Dickie's barbecue pit. Jason puts this extremely hot person in a sleeping bag and hangs her above a fire and then makes her squirm while the fire slowly cooks her, and then the bag is like it's moving around and like she's slowly cooking and a friend comes to save her and he gets his leg caught in a bear trap but she literally cooks slowly to death like a fucking Vienna sausage above a fire, man. That is mean as hell.
It was the most extreme Linkin Park inspired Hansel and Gretel I've ever seen. That's like fucking Jason was like, I'm about to break. he was fucking mad that you were fucking trespassing. But god damn, I gotta say, man, I know this is awful. I know this is terrible, and I shouldn't say it out loud, but I'm going to because fuck it. When I saw that scene, first off, I was like impressed by just the incredible, like, just meanness of that particular scene. I was thinking to myself too, it's like, what a fucking waste of a hot body. But yeah, dude, that
and also she had rubbed all that oil all over her titties, so you know, it helped the burn.
Yeah, you know, she thought she was getting a tan at first, and that bitch got all the way
She
cooked.
was trying to give the world. I gotta say though, man.
As far as a remake goes, like when you get into it in that particular situation, you're like, they mean business.
Yeah.
And it was fucking right there, man.
Lord business. So number 5, one of the classic kills. It seems low to put it at number 5, but hell, fuck, man. There's a lot of great kills in this franchise. The iconic head punch scene from an awful, shitty, terrible movie. Jason Takes Manhattan.
You mean Jason Takes Canada?
Jason takes a boat for
what the
90% of the running time.
What was that goddamn, what was that, Ontario?
By the way, Jason, how did you get to Manhattan from a lake? But no, this
kill
scene
was cool.
Was great. The boxer's up, he's on top of that roof just giving him the business, man. I mean, he must have hit him. It was almost as long as the fight scene in They Live, it felt like. He just beats the shit out of Jason for so long, backs him up, and then right when Jason's about to go off the cliff, Jason's like, fuck you! And just clears his head.
I feel like this was a deleted scene from Creed Part 2. This is when Rocky was training, and he was like, listen, bitch, go ahead and fucking punch me. Go ahead.
If Rocky ever made it to space, this is what would happen.
Then finally Rocky was like, nah, bitch, you don't even know what the fuck it's like. Like, I went through war, motherfucker.
That's what Jason was saying, too, when he was getting his ass kicked. He's like, you ain't so bad. You ain't so bad. You ain't so bad. Get down!
I feel like in that scene, Jason had a Russian accent, like, pathetic. Nothing like that. American weakness.
It was a great one, classic one. Not scary, not that gross, just cool as fuck.
Yep.
Number 4, getting up close to the top, we got Trailer Face McGleety.
This motherfucker T-1000's her face through the fucking aluminum side.
Terminator 2.
As soon as I saw it, I was like, God damn!
Yeah, dude. He Terminator 2's her ass. He turns her into the T-1000. He killed her so fucking hard. Right to the side.
And I feel like it was like almost, and I'm not saying it was on purpose, but it felt like, in a way, they were kind of nodding at the Nightmare on Elm Street. Yeah. When his face came through the wall. But either way, that shit was gnarly as fuck.
That was one of the coolest kills I've ever seen in a horror movie of all time. And completely impossible. I mean, if he actually did that, the wall would have broken. It would have never made the face implant. But that movie was so wacky and fun anyway.
Jason is brutal but gentle. He didn't break it.
One of the most ingenuity.
That's not real.
Ingenuity. It was one of the most...
Ingenuity. You could just say ingenuity.
It was a kill.
It was really cool.
It was
the little engine that could.
Number 3, smiles and cries. It's hilarious and stupid, but it's just so fucking iconic, man. And Jason Lives, another kill from Jason Lives, one of the best Friday the 13th movies. I might say the best Friday the 13th movie, but we can talk about that another day. But when he pops out in that paintball tournament, man, he grabs the dude, he throws him to the fucking tree, and not only does it squish his face so hard there's a smiley face, he pulls the fucking arm up and he's like, that's goddamn chicken wing, man.
Yeah, it kind of looked like a dad that is going through their shopping cart and they realize that they just paid for something they didn't know their kid put in there. They're like, what the fuck is that? Shit. But yeah, it was not only comedic and it was funny, but it was brutal at the same time. That movie itself is such a great balance between comedy and the horror elements to it and the mythology of Jason that it's beloved for a reason. So it deserves to be there, okay? If you're gonna argue with me about it, Mike's email is right there on, look, it's Mike Holtz, I think I'm better than you, @Gmail.
That's actually my email.
Yeah, I know
I don't know if you know that.
I know.
But it's true. Yeah, I agree with you. Some people might not like that dude, but it's so Jason. That's so Jason.
That's so Jason.
That's just so
That's
Jason.
so Raven.
It ties in the best parts of Jason and the grossness of it and the meanness of it with the best parts of Jason and the funniness of it and the wild fucking slashness of it. So that's why it's number 3.
Yeah.
Number 2.
I can't read a goddamn thing you wrote.
I write...
Like, when you said smiles, I thought it said swims.
I'm a doctor.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Number 2, the handstand kill from Friday the 13th,
So
Part
good.
3.
Oh, my God.
3D.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Dude, you're just showing off your gymnastic abilities. You're trying to be cool and cute.
He took it in the tank, man.
Yeah, dude, you're trying to be cool and cute in front of that girl that you think is hot, and you're gonna get some boner sex tonight. And then this big, mean motherfucker from the hills shows up and goes through your wiener hole down to your tank and splits you in half.
And it was so gross looking, dude. Like, and they had that badass camera angle
so
where it
good.
looked up from the floor, and like you remember having a crab walk in gym in like 5th grade, and they're like, do the crab walk now. And imagine like you're doing the crab walk and your fucking crotch is out there. Just imagine that crotch in your face.
I thought I hit it.
Don't you dare! And then like you're doing that, and then Jason walks out with a fucking polo club and it's just like gang. Now times that times 10. This dude was doing a handstand, showing off his good moves, and Jason fucking with the tank into the tank, chop that motherfucker in half.
By the way, I don't think it's fair.
Shit!
I don't think it's fair that there was no penalty red card that was called. Okay, you don't ever chop a man in the tank. He has goddamn taint
Yeah.
and his butt crack.
Oh man, and it looked brutal too.
Dude, it went
the
through
way he clapped.
Dude, can you imagine? It went through his taint and his butt crack like a knife through hot butter.
Absolutely. But like solid butter. So you had to watch it crinkle.
I think the first time I saw it, I was like,
ooh, it's like getting an enema.
Yes, sir.
Anyways, that's number 2 kill. Our number 1 overall kill.
O.J. Simpson.
And Jay laid the foundation for this one at first. Like as soon as we started talking about this, I got mine. I got mine.
I didn't mean, well, it was mine.
I agree. No, but I agree with you.
But
I agree with you, dude. It is shockingly from Jason X. You wouldn't think that the greatest kill of the Friday the 13th franchise would be from fucking Jason in goddamn space. But it is, man. He takes this chick, he puts her face down in a cryogenic sink, or whatever it was, freezes her, and it's so fucked up, dude, because not only does he do it, when he pulls her head up, she fucking looks like the Babadook's cousin. She's like, and then not only is she scary as fuck, because her face is frozen, that effect just looks so cool, but he smashes her fucking face down, and when he pulls her face back up, her fucking face is gone.
Man, like, listen, he smashed that bitch's face all over the place, and even T-1000 magic couldn't bring her back. Listen, the first time I saw that movie, Jason X, I remember, I think I bought that movie, honestly. It was on DVD, and I bought it. I'd never seen it before.
Had that, like, weird clip DVD cover?
Yeah, I bought it, and I was like, yeah, I like, Friday the 13th, so I'm going to buy it. And, it was cheap, because it was a cheap movie. So I bought it, and I watched it, and that first scene that came on, first off, Jason looked fucking badass. Like, that's the first thing I noticed when he was in the FBI headquarters, or in the underground laboratory. And then when he did that kill, I'm like, God. And again, Kane Hodder, the best Jason, even though I'll argue with you a little bit about Derek Mears in the remake. But Kane Hodder.
Brooker, too.
Yeah, great too. But Kane Hodder it's the last role that he got to play Jason in, and he plays it so phenomenally well. And that scene, again, we're talking about the most brutal kill. Like, you imagine, like, okay, you're just...
I'll freeze your fucking face!
Dude, you think this motherfucker's dead. You played with his wiener on the autopsy table. You said, oh, poor baby, when you cut his mask off and made fun of his face. And then you feel this thing on your neck, and your face is slammed down in this liquid nitrogen, and you feel your face like, and the fucking Jack Frost takes a shit in your mouth, and you die, and then he smashes it, and that's your body, okay?
And dude, it looks so cool when he pulled it back
so
up
cool.
and the face was gone, and oh, Jesus, that was
It's
so
gotta
cool.
be, it's not only just the most brutal, it's out of left field, and that's what I like the best.
And ingenious.
Yeah, the Jason kills that come out of left field are always the best because you're not expecting it to be that mean.
You're expecting another throat slash.
Yeah, or some shit like that, yeah. And then it's all that, and then it's brutal on top of it.
Yeah. So that's the number 1 kill, guys. Some honorable mentions before we finish up our butt sex wrap. We got the Oh, this is one of my favorites. It hurt me not to include this, but in the reboot, when the chick's underneath the bridge and he sticks the thing through the wood and then he pulls her up just enough so that her titties
I
can
just
flop
like
out.
the part with the tits.
Yeah, it's fucking hilarious. That was a great.
Because I mean, I like that Jason was, you know, like a good Samaritan enough to pull it up enough so you could see her titties. He's
Y'all
like,
want that?
Look
Okay.
at that.
But that was a great one. Again, we mentioned the Freddy vs. Jason kill. Hot coal stomach punch
That's
from
a good one.
Jason
That's a
Takes
really
Manhattan
good one.
was awesome.
That's better than the one you just mentioned.
Dude, it's painful. Imagine somebody picking up a hot sauna fucking rock and shoving it into your stomach and then digging it around in there.
I could imagine because I've had Indian food.
I've had Taco Bell.
Yeah, dude, I was like, it's like that's when the Rollates aren't doing a goddamn thing.
It's true, dude. It's fucking gnarly. Jason Lives, the quick toss-over scene when the dude gets out to confront him when he's in front of the car, and how did we not... Dude, I think we fucked up, by the way.
No, we didn't.
I think we did fuck up. We forgot to include this kill. Not the one I was just talking about, but, oh, man, fuck. Shit. From part 4, the ball harpoon. Remember, he goes out and the chick's in the float and she's dead, and then the dude comes out there.
No, we talked about that one.
But we forgot to include it in the top 10, I feel like.
Well, it's tied.
We fucked up.
Well, I'm not going to go back and do the whole top 10.
No, of course not.
It's a bad one.
But
it's a brutal one.
Yeah, an unsung hero in this top 10 is this kill in part 4. When the dude goes out to check on her, he puts the fucking thing in the dude's nuts and then picks him up by the nuts like this and then throws him
that
over.
went into his butthole.
You know how bad that would have fucking hurt, dude?
Do you know that guy at that moment though, before he died, he hit the notes of Freddie Mercury? Yeah, that was a brutal one too.
You me, goshy.
That was really bad.
Yeah, our bad on that one because that probably would have cracked.
I think we're gonna get some hate from somebody who's like, you're only picking things about taints and nuts.
That's the way
it's the worst.
It's all the ways
the worst.
that we don't want to.
Listen. Our nuts hang down unprotected between our legs. Okay. Like, we have no defense.
Look, almost every kill in Freddy vs. Jason during the fire field scene, the neck snap, the throwing of the machete into the dudes, and then the ultimate slaughter, the only reason those didn't crack the top 10 is because they were all little bitty kills. There wasn't one definitive kill. Obviously, Kevin Bacon getting it through the neck is
cool.
a fucking classic kill.
I think it's iconic.
In the original.
But the thing about it is, overall, compared to all the other great kills that Jason eventually did, it's pretty much weak sauce. Like, it almost is like standard.
It's like inflation though. Like back then, compared to what they had to work with then versus what they have to work with now, it's not. It's still a better kill. It's more inventive. It's smarter. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But we're going based on what it is. So with inflation, it doesn't make the top 10. But the Kevin Bacon kill was great. The wheelchair dude from Friday the 13th Part 2, great scene. He gets the cleaver to the face, and then you have to watch him.
I was more sad about that because I wanted that dude to be the final guy.
I agree. He should have been the final guy in that movie. Absolutely, dude. The harpoon eye from Friday the 13th Part 3, that was a great sudden
Motherfucker
kill.
threw that shit like he was in Sparta. He was like, remember he was throwing it at Xerxes? Like, you remember at the very end, he was like,
our arrows were blocked out.
And he threw it. He was like, good, then I'll fight in the shade.
And there's obviously some other great Friday the 13th kills that we're forgetting in there that is mixed. But it's, to me, Friday the 13th, again, I like Halloween better. I like the story better. I like Michael Myers better. But I think out of all...
I think Children of the Corn is the best.
Oh, absolutely. Malachi's a dick. But out of all the horror slashers, I don't think anybody has as much brutal, inventive, all the way around kills as Jason Voorhees. I will give him that number one placement any day of the week.
Man, it's hard.
I'm comfortable with it.
As far as inventive, I don't know. Because I think that Michael Myers does pretty inventive shit, considering that he's not working within a giant forest and he has to do it in a limited amount of time in a suburb. Yeah. But at the same time, as far as brutal goes, Michael Myers does some brutal shit.
I can only fuck the guys who were in front of me, Jay.
Well, you're going to have a lot more dick coming at you soon. But no, I would say it's most brutal, though. I think that Jason Voorhees is the most brutal killer. Oh, dude, I can't wait to read your goddamn comments. There's going to be so many mad people in the chat.
Sure. But don't forget, tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern, we are going to have a Friday the 13th Friday Night Fights where your votes will be counted instead of these two assholes. We're going to do a Friday the 13th special, all sorts of Friday the 13th where we pit 2 movies or 2 weapons or 2 masks against each other. We let you guys vote on the winners. It's a party. We have a blast every Friday night doing it. It's a Friday the 13th special, tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern. Make sure you guys subscribe and make sure you're ready.
It's a stream, baby!
You're no Sharon
It's a
Stone!
stream, baby!
No Sharon Stone! With every
Get it up!
faces. Happy Friday the 13th!